This is what the crowd have come for, over 10,000 plus here at Premier Speedway tonight for the 1986 Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic. The best of Australia in Gary Rush, drawing the pole in car number 25 on his outside in 4 from the United States of America. The one and only Danny Smith, the dual winner of this race, to call all the action for us tonight here from Premier Speedway. Good evening to Ian Campbell.
Well, they're looking good for a start, 35 laps. This is the 1986 Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic, and Danny Smith hits the wall slightly on the start. Rush has cleared out, and it's Rush, Smith, Walsh, Lewis and Tatnall. Bill Barrow's back at about 7th position. We've got a couple of cars coming together. Barrow's almost brought it down, and boy, this is going to be a race and a half. The record, 8:25.59. And that is up for grabs for 35 rotations of Premier Speedway in record time. Driving at full tilt, this to Rush is equally as important as winning as the national championship. 25 remaining, 10 laps down. And Rush and Smith, Australia versus America if you like. They come up behind Wayne Bunker in car number 27. Into turn 1, Smith going game, here is a go. Danny Smith trying to get around the low line, but the bite wasn't there up high, and consequently setting back 2 car lengths, thus saving Rush. Rush in trouble! No, he just took a funny line there, but gee, it looked awfully bad coming off that turn number 4. The crowd here on their toes. We've got a car circulating around high. He's in trouble. It's George Tatnall. George Tatnall has stopped. Green flag now pre-prepared. The hand goes back on the steering wheel. 23 laps remaining. Anything can happen. The all-important start. Rush, the master. Racing again. This is the turn number 1. The Ivan Walker 550 horsepower V8 Chevrolet motor working overtime in this car as he goes into turn 3. Smith in second place, holding in there. John Walsh trying to take advantage of the restart, as does Ian Lewis. And up into 5th place now is South Australia's Bill Barrows, one of the big favourites here at Premier Speedway. Last start finish line again. If anything, Rush is starting to clear out a bit, although Smith got a better line off the turn number 2 then, and made up about 2 car lengths. Rush, Smith, Walsh, Lewis, Barrows, Taylor, Harris and Blacklaw in that order. Around past the start-finish line again. Blacklaw in trouble down the back chute, but he gets it together. 20 laps remaining, in fact 19, just as Rush passes it now. Gary Rush will try and pick up an unofficial time on him as he comes down the straight. He's through traffic. He's going around the outside of Bob Blacklaw, having all sorts of trouble with the Central District Smash Repairs car. I've got Rush officially at 13.38, and that is inside the official lap record here at Premier Speedway. Danny Smith is a professional. He races all year round in the United States, and he certainly, most certainly, will take any opportunity that comes his way, and there is a prime example. George Tatnall on the screen there, just throwing a muffler off the track that fell off one of the cars as the express train goes away again. It's still Rush from Smith. And Smith really hauling it. Got a little untidy that time, the rod never dance. While still running 3rd, Bill Barrows now into 4th place. Lewis running 5th, followed by Chris Taylor. Rush into traffic again. Bob Tunks in front of him. Tunks himself a former national champion some years ago and runs 2nd to Rush in the Nationals, run recently here at Premier Speedway. Rush, a magnificent move, gets Tunks on the edge to turn number 1. Another car spun on the infield, but out of harm's way. The driver exiting there, crash crew just hauling him into safety. Rush comes up on Nipper Lacey now, the 2 of them down the back chute. Smith is out of it. Danny Smith is out the race. That was the guy we just missed going onto the infield, and it was in fact the big American Danny Smith. It's now Rush, and in second place, would you believe, 1/2 a lap down is John Walsh. Bill Barrows in third. Lewis and Taylor going for fourth. Taylor now into fourth place. What a race and sensations. Little Lacey has been lapped by Rush, and Rush continues on his merry way. There's 5 laps remaining. Rush going past us now. He's taken all before him in this race tonight, and he's proved once again he is Australia's finest in sprint car racing. Past us again, Gary Rush on your screen, working away there. He's got 3 laps remaining this time past the start-finish line. Rush now coming up behind Barry Porter from the Northern Territory. In fact, with 2 laps to go, Gary Rush may even catch the 5th place runner at the moment. But let's watch Gary Rush in car number 25, because he's about to get the white flag with 1 rotation of Premier Speedway to go. What a magnificent flag-to-flag victory for the provisional 7 times national champion. This is his victory lap. It's Gary Rush coming around to win the 14th running of the Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic. And I've got to look right back around the track to pick up second position. It will be young John Walsh from New South Wales. In third place, Bill Barrows from South Australia. Chris Taylor in fourth, followed by Ian Lewis in 5th place.
4th place in the Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic tonight, and boy did he put in a drive. He's got his own cheer squad over there on the hill, and I want to hear it all. For Victoria 11, Chris Taylor. Presented with the money by Mr. John McGrath, and presented with the 4th place getters, sash, by the lovely Cheryl Lee and Chris Taylor. From South Australia, Mount Gambier, the number 6 car, home in 3rd place, Bill Barrows.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Premier. Thanks, everyone, for coming tonight. I'd just like to thank, over the period of years, Les Williams, who's assisted me an awful lot, Ornger Performance Equipment, Gambia Earth Movers, John Sidney, who's helped me a lot with the cars. I'd like to thank Chris Tormay for doing all my engine work for the last probably 5 or 6 years. I've given him a few headaches, but thanks, Chris. Thanks for everything. And I'd like to thank all my crew that have helped me throughout the years. The guys have worked very hard. I've given them some heartaches plenty of times, I suppose. But thanks to them, and thanks everyone for coming. I hope I haven't missed someone. I'd just like to congratulate the other place getters. Ron Seeley for painting my car also, and Tell Signs for sign writing it.
Second over the line, from New South Wales, number 75, Johnny Walsh. And now the winner of the Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic for 1986. And he's proved a point here at Premier Speedway. He's had a very trying season. I'd like you to show your true Australian sportsmanship, and welcome to the microphone, the winner of the 1986 Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic, number 25, Gary Rush. The $6,000 first prize, the magnificent trophy. And I'm sure you'd like to hear from the winner of the Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic, Gary Rush.
Thanks very much. I'd like to thank my pit crew. They work very hard. Ivan Walker, who builds my engines, my sponsors, and all my supporters. And I'd like to thank Warrnambool for having me here. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary Rush. Gary Rush, how does it feel to have won your 6th Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic?
Fantastic.
A good race?
Very good race.
Danny Smith was right there till about 6 or 7 laps to go. Did he create any problems for you?
Yes, I knew he was right behind me. I wish someone would have told me he pulled out. I thought he was behind me all the way.